Malama la malia ho eki pe pe he foki ke tonga mo bulang kotoa o ku mo me mai ke whakahoha ko ia le te o TWN pe ko tonga World News pe me Seattle, Washington. E whia tokana kieni a ho woa sanuari o e wafi mā woa. A ko a Brenda ko ngaika pe pe he foki ke Emeline wha New Day o ku mawhakahoko whatongi atu me whareni I he whiawhini o ate off the te mo tō kotoa pia mālo au pito ho mo mea mai tukangi minit ko ni ke Emeline. We're lost.
Me togono es Lima o Ejitus. Sihova, okupasi nga hilani o alopa. Wow, o fai moni ki nga hi auna. Pano ikai mauinga o fai o tu, koia, e whanau e kakai, o kuwhanga ki e mau o kapakau. E sa meia, koi aho toanaki a tahanimba sa anuai, wa fe o nai punai, ai ngō ngā ki mei hunga, te tu lawe ngō fua, ndau konua, mei ngai whakamaki whakanatura. Ka koe mea a te vita, koe se vāniti a Sihova. Ka mata fō mo Sihova, ko Sihova, ai hūwhanga ana. Ko ta whanga ai o Tonga, ki whangatāmaki o Tsunami. O au ki ai ngahi motu. Pea more, ai ngahi nofoanga. Mo e anga, o e koloa. E kai ke ulawa o taha atu, e si iangi, katamaki whakanatula. Koe mau I he ātakai, mo se ihitaki o e tofo. O kia ia e pure a niu ia ki natura. O whakaafo, e ko whakapetai ai. Koe si, ai mo ui kua more. Ka tau o ngoi, mo kau ngā mamai. Mo e tau tonu, e koe mo ui. I taim katau, o kau whianga hangai, mo e pore fo o. Koe ngahi waka sotia, o whetuku, ai kakai me I otu motu. Uesia, ai ngahi mi sini waka, I whaki maka, me he mō ngāhi. O hāmai, me he kāinga I whunga ponua, e nau mahu I ngā ia angi, I ho nau tauranga, I he mala e wakapuna. E au mahinga pe ia, ko se wholau aki, ai kakai, ko se tuku holo, o mea ngāwe, e mo se whakatau aki. E I he whangaki motu, hangi e ko mango, ko noi fua, mo no keiki, ko au kia, e more. Ko se tu taki, o whakalala pe, e mea ngāwe, o tau mau. I taimi, o whakatamaki, ko e kakai, o nau matu waki, e whaingata, ko kakai, o nau tu whakataha. O kui kai koe lahi o I o taanga, e koe tokoni me muri. Ka ko e loto e kakai. E whakakaukau mo ui. Ia hirio ai tui o tua. Ia hāsino ai ofa. I tokoni a ki. Whakata ki. Ia anga moko moko. Ki he mata ai furoa o e whaingata. O tautu ko toa pe o ngā au. O tau whanua mo e tupung anga. O koe pe moa e tau o moi o tau api. Ko whamalo ke whengai aki a kakai o noa. Pure anga o e ngahi kupu ke kau aki. Ko e siasi, ngahi bisnisi, o e ngahi kauta, o mikai kua pure anga. Ko e tau mau anga tawa, me he ngahi retio whakalota whanua. I he tokon, o whakahao ki o e kakai. Ia tū whakata, i he taimi o e taingata. Ko o what, e te ki moutoru ono kotoa, ia te whakaosi aki e kurea, ai whakawata lahi. Ni he himi ono ngea, ni mga pū maau, ai siasku e siriana tau tae nao tonga. Koe pare tua hatau o tua, tu yolang, o whai mai mi mua. Taingata maki a ano kakai, kai whotu uia, o i tau hiki ai. E, ke ne tau hi koe, o ua tāla. Toka, uofi ke tō pe o la a. Ka, o lo tonga ho fōu ke tere a. Koe toki ofi, mo o ni pe ia. Koa, tuko ona.
Halapaini tu ka whakamatala, hona ni whiroa mo whaingata, no noa tawa ke whaihana, me tatalo mo I lotu hei lala, halapaini tu ka whakamatala, ana ni whiroa ma whaingata, no noa tawa ke whai ana, weka talo moe o tu hei lala. E wisai, no whakapo, a maasi mohono fuloto, ka neongo, Eneto, na maunga ki e tai pono, na e toko, e ponua, e tupau o hapai ki olunga, ke malui, me olunga, a tonga nia whai o tupua, utulai na o tumatanga, matakau no veka whakautanga, matangi mari e ko maua whaanga, uto kalonga luko e hake anga, utula aina o tumatanga, matakau no veka whakautanga, matangi mari e ko maua whaanga, uto kalonga luko e hake anga, he wisai, wakapo, a maasi mohana fuloto, ka neongo, Eneto, na maunga ki e tai pono, na e toko, e whanua, e topau o hapai ki olunga, ke malui, me olunga, a tonga nia whai o tupua, lele a moe mai ko mokotu, ko e whangwelolo a halai walu, sia ko ka whoa alo i talau, lo se a whata situ a o whatu, lele a moe mai ko mokotu, ko e whangwelolo a halai walu, sia ko ka whoa alo i talau, lo se a whata situ a o whatu, e wisai, wakapo, a maasi mohono fuloto, ka neongo, Eneto, na maunga ki e tai pono, na e toko, e ponua, e topau o hapai ki olunga, ke malui, me olunga, a tonga nia whai o tupua.
The Kingdom of Tonga in the South Pacific is one of the smallest nations in the world. Koi foi piriote, as Tongans would say affectionately, just a little dot on the map. But as Tongans would also say, si'i kaiha, small but significant and visible. The citizens of Tonga have profound love for God and country, reflected in their national motto, Koe otua mo Tonga ka hoku tawhi'a. This presentation celebrates a singular moment in history called Tukufonua, when in a place called Poono in Vava'u, Taufa'ahau Tupou I, a Christian convert, gave Tonga to the God of heaven and earth to be the protector and guardian of his people. This grand symbolic act was one of the several steps in uniting the islands under Taufa'ahau's leadership, establishing the rule of law, and in 1875, a national constitution.
The chiefs met at this place in Paono, and they had a discussion as to whether it was appropriate to find some European power to protect Tonga. And in the end of the meeting, my ancestor, King George I, said that he would like Tonga to be protected, but only by God, not by a country on this earth, only by God.
To establish the context of this act of Tukufonua, it is useful to review key historical events. In the 1600s, when Europeans first made contact with Tonga, They were struck by the peacefulness of the Tongan people. They witnessed productive plantations with no evidence of war or weapons. Later in the 1770s, when Captain James Cook visited the islands, he named them the Friendly Islands. He was entertained grandly by the Tongans. Contrary, however, to the peaceful outward appearance, the Tongan society was a profoundly hierarchical society which made all commoners slaves to the chiefs. Greed, ambition, internal rivalries among the chiefs and different island groups were fomenting civil unrest. In 1799, with the assassination of the cruel Tu'ikanukupolu Tuku'aho, Tonga was seized by a long and bloody civil war, fought, according to one historian, with unprecedented ferocity and treachery. Just following this chaos, John Lowry, the first Wesleyan minister, landed in Tonga in 1822. He left the following year as a result of intense persecution and constant danger. In 1826, the Reverend John Thomas came to Tonga and eventually secured a small following who embraced the Christian faith. There were others, but there was fierce resistance by some Tongan chiefs and the Tongan Taula, the priests of the native religion. They resented the white man's religion. Also resentful of the missionaries were foreign sailors, beachcombers, deserters, and criminals. Relatively soon, however, the Christian mission began to flourish in a way that was soon to transform this people into a peaceful Christian nation, governed by the rule of law and the Holy Bible. Koisiweri oi Otomotu Pasifiki, the jewel of the Pacific Islands. The key Tongan personality and major player in bringing about this swift and comprehensive transformation was none other than Taufa'ahau, who became King George Tupou I of Tonga. Heir to the title Tu'ikanukupolu, Taufa'ahau had a commanding presence. He had proven himself in battle, both as a warrior and as a strategist. Clearly, Taufa'ahau saw the advantage of being friends with the missionaries. He valued their judgment and felt their influence would help him establish peace throughout all of Tonga. But it was the persuasive religious instruction of the early native Tongan Christian ministers, such as Peter V., who touched him most deeply.
He koe foi mea lalahi, na rono tonga tui haapai, a Taufa'ahau he taimi koe ia. Pea nao pe mo pitavi. Nao mo pitavi, ke a ko e kakai o haapai, he lot fo'o. O rono tonga koe na folau he waka. Na ia o tua ia, i he lotu mua, ane whakawhiao mau pe, a Taufa'ahau. Koe tui ia, koe laumaria koe ia, e hu ia, i ha whahinga monu manu, pe ko haika. Pe koe anga koe ia i a ki motoru, koe white shark. Pe koe wheitu pe e haere Taufa'ahau ki ai, whakawhiao e he anga. Pe koe rono tonga koe na folau. Whaia e Taufa'ahau e ne hanga fo i tesi. Ke ne tesi, ke ne sivi. Ai lotu fo o, mo e ne lotu mua. Ui peka lotu mua. Pe lo tonga pe tere hero ai fu anga. Na ua au ki pangai. Folofolange tui. Tau toi folau ke kau vai e taha. Ki ha ano ia. Pa koe nau lere koe e waka hai paha ko ia. Folofolau te tui. Pita vi. Ka pau o kumo oni o tua o ke lotu ki ai, mo ke tui ki ai. Hei kai ue i koe e tauwhata. Ka pau kumo oni ai lotu mo o tua o kou lotu ai. E keina koe e tauwhata. Ka rea atu rea, folofola atu rea vaia. He kau waka. Mo puke a pita uri kita. Ne li pe koe, patu pe koe a pita ki tahi. Tutu nea ke nau hangatonu ki haan. Ko feitu ko toa pe e tu utai a Taufa'ahau o pau ke fai e hou e ki tu hea nganai hono tau mawhakawa. Lolo tonga hono tau mawhakawa. Hake a pita vi ia. Lue atu he tau mawhakawa. Tangutu atu he toua. me whakatonga. Wholofola mai tau whahau. Tangane pita. Lea ta pita. Hewa fio. Kulava whatongia. Kono sivi whaka osia e tau whahau. Okumo oni koi otua okumo ui. Kai ke. Ne os whakatahataha i ai be e tau whahau. Aha apai. Pea ne whakatau atai na i aha apai. Os pe koe ato e wholau rewa ki vavau. Wholau ki vavau ke ave ai lotu fo ou ki vavau. Tari whakaawhuri e ulukalala.
With Tau Whahau's faith now anchored in the Christian doctrine, he began to realize the importance of civil codes of conduct and the rule of law, which, with the help of the missionaries, he articulated in the Vava'u Code of 1839. When he became the Tu'ikanukupolu in 1845 and the king of all Tonga, he would expand the Vava'u Code in the 1850 Code of Laws. In the 1862 Code of Laws, he would include an emancipation edict, freeing all commoners from bondage to the chiefs. Finally, he would give his people a full constitution in 1875. But it was in Vava'u at Powono, the act of tukufonua, or giving the land to God, occurred.
Uluaki laoia ne tohi. Pea tohia I vava'u. Pea kohono fuaki koe oi fo I lao. Tahavalu tolu hiva. Na whaia e ne talafono. Pea whaia e ne tukufonua. Ko e ne o whaia I he kakai. Pea mo ne fo I maa I moa. Te ulau be koe taha ia o e ne maa I moa. Fisi mua. Ko au siausi. Wo whakahatu ke he hou eiki. O e ngahi tapa kehe. Pea pehe foki ki hoku kakai katoa. Whakatawange ke mo fie ai. Mo fie maari ai. Oku ai o tua o he vani mo mamani. Ko whakotu uia. Ke whakahoko atu kia mō tolu. Ko e tui o e ngahi tui. Mo e eiki o e ngahi eiki. Oku ne mawhia ai mea kotoa pe. Oku hoi fua ki ai. Oku tau I he malu. O hono ongo to ukupu. Pea ko e whangasipi. O ene tākanga. Pea ko hono finangalo hoi fua. Oku tau neke kai. Ko ne talafono ia. Osko ia pe to tulu tui e tui. Oku behe he tala ko e tala pe ia. Pea ko e tala ia tonga ni u tala pe. Na ne whaluku e hono to ukupu e whalukunga kere. O a fuhi ke ata. Ko ne momo ia hono whonua. Ka koe ne lotu na pehe. Pea na e tohi pe ia he ne tohi noa. O tua koe tamai. O kua tuku atu whonua. Mo hoku kakai. Mo ki nau tolu e mui mai I hoku tua. Ke malu I mai. Mei langina. Ako tuku whonua neonga na e whai vavau. Kau asi e he ne lotu. Asi e he ne talafono. Na e uhinga ia ki he kakai kotoa o tongani. Pea uhinga ia ki he sola mo e vulangi aki mo tolu. O nau lolo tonga lo nuku I tongani ko uhiko ia.
Even though there are differing accounts about dates and content, nothing in Tongan history has captured the Tongan imagination or planted pride and patriotism in Tongan hearts as much as the telling and retelling of the story of Tukufonua in Powono.
Malo la malia ho'e ki pelelea tonga kotoka ko haula ki tau pol kalama pe halo watu ki a Monica Singh from Fiji. Brenda, tau kolosi leva he ki tonga. I need to bring Dr. Ray and Sissy and also Kuliti and them. These people are all survivor and then we are going to bring them in.
Yes. Malo.
Hello, Dr. Ray. Yes, go ahead and you guys are on live right now. Go ahead and share. Hello to you all. We can hear you guys, Dr. Ray.
Yeah, I just for the morning show. For the morning show, I want to because all the years I've been watching the PSP news, all about Balkan. My Tongan is not this good one, but Stacey and Kuliti, they explained to me there's a lot of Tongan they fundraising and donate a lot of aid to Tonga since the volcano started, which is good. That's great news. And for me, we need to focus in this time because all the news talk about the Balani, what they do. Okay.
Yes.
And we need to focus here for what the Tongan overseas they do for Tonga because they have the same blood and same heart. And at the end of the day, I want to say again, we are so blessed to be in Tonga. We are so blessed. As I said in the morning, God mentioned Egypt in the Bible, but in his heart. When the king put Tonga as a God land, and God will protect his land forever and ever. Amen.
Can you hear okay, Brenda? Can you hear
Yes.
them okay?
Yes,
Okay.
I can hear them very good.
Okay.
Hey, Hercule, with all these scratches in his body.
Oh.
Okay, Kuritu, say something so the family could hear you.
Yeah, I'm doing fine. Family is fine. They got protecting us, and I say that the Tongan people are very. They come together in so many amazing ways when the disaster hits. I see how communities together to clean. I see how everybody helps each other with water and everything. And the people they don't have nothing and serve one another in this difficult time we're going through. And it was an experience for me. For son. It was an experience for me to be here in this disaster. It was an eye-opening for me. You know, I seen something on the news that said that God must really love Tonga because He warned us before this happened, and it came to my mind that that is so true because volcanoes just erupt and blow up and give people no time to look for shelter. So and the death toll was so small. I mean, it's sad to even lose a life, but 3 lives for a big disaster like this there's no words for it. We are truly blessed to see it. That this island is very blessed in all kinds of things. I loaded my wife up and the kids in the car, and I went in my motorbike. And they went the right way. I went to go see the tsunami. And on the way there, I met a bunch of kids, and I was yelling at them to head inland. And then they were going, and I turned my bike on the main boat, Halatahi. And I passed a family of 6. It was 3 kids. It was 4 kids, for their ages from about 10 and younger, and the mother carrying her two children. And I yelled at them to go back. Where they go? And they stopped, and I kept going on my bike. And I went maybe 50 yards ahead, and I seen how the waves were coming over the barrier. And I turned around as fast as I can to go back where I was coming. But at the time I even got to that I came from, a tsunami hit me. And it hit me took the bike. I was in the water. It was like I was in a washing machine. And I could hitting me, and my legs are bruised, and I'm knowing this is not from the water. And the third tsunami would hit me. I couldn't really. I was just my natural compass was off. I didn't even know if I was upside down. And it spit me out inside the dinner kaipan in front into the gate. And when you go into the gate, there's a people on top. So I got up and I walked on. A little bit it was dry, and I turned around, and I think the 4 kids coming. I guess they got stuck. They got pinned against the fence. No, so real. They said that to me, I don't think that I don't want to take no credit for anything, but it was just like I just took the safety. And all I knew was I could see the fear in their face, and I could see that the mother carrying the kids. I couldn't just sit there and nothing. So I went and all took them all the way up to the hill, to the highest, and then I came back down to see what's going on. And I just kind of see the chaos and see everything that was happening. And share with you guys that through that whole time there was no kind of fear in me. There was no panic or nothing. And even I couldn't walk for a couple days after because of how the pain that I went through from my bottom half down. I didn't feel it that day. I didn't, and then families started coming on top of the New Zealand high point because that's the highest point for the water for the kids. I was just trying to show them, well, females that women. It was like all the females in the house and all the male and the young should just stay outside. And then I tried to get everybody comfortable, and as soon as they were comfortable, I told one of the security that I want to go home. Because earlier than that, my daughter called me. My oldest daughter, she asked me where I was, and I told her I was at the high club. She said she's at home looking for me. And I told her to leave to go to a mother over there in Matekewa. To go there, that'd be okay. And then something just told me that the water has not came to my house. And so I told the security, I said, I gotta go home. I wanted to check on somebody that needed help, a neighbor or anything like that. Plus, check on my dogs. And something at the door was still dangerous, but I told him I had to go. And I took a flashlight, my phone. I had it, and and for some reason, the thing I didn't know why my cigarettes everything got wet, but my phone was still working. And I was amazed at that. To keep contact with my wife and kids. And then it's like the rocks were falling from the sky, and then the dust, and it was very windy. And I told him I had to leave, so I went down the hill, and I had my little flashlight on my phone, and I couldn't even see 5 feet in front of me. That's how bad it was. The dust and the wind, it was. And plus of that, I didn't have no glasses. You have to squint your eyes so the dust won't get into your eyes. And you're breathing nothing but ashes. And I had to get back up, and never happened.
Yeah, it's we get the phone close because we're kind of losing you in a minute ago. So we're still here, Dr. Ray. You guys go ahead.
And so then I waited for more hours, and I told the kid I'm going to give it another attempt to go down. And then I went down, and I went home. My wife contacted me. I told him I'm at home. I'm okay. And this, I didn't know the extent of my injuries. I slept perfectly well. I didn't know that I was down there, but when I woke up the next day, it was like I was just almost paralyzed. I moved.
Mm.
I didn't know what it was, and I laid there. And right now, I'm still limping around, trying to get there. But you know, all everything that happens for a reason. I don't know why I didn't turn and follow my wife to go to find out her ground. Why I turned the other way and I experienced something that I hope that nobody experienced. Tsunami, I know for a fact that it's not the water that the water plays a part of it, but it's the debris and the stuff that's inside the water that really is interesting.
Mm.
I didn't notice how much rocks the whole roads were very. You got boulders as big as a little car, a main road, and this thing what the water could do, and that usually is what causes a lot of injuries is the debris that's in the water.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, when you're in the water and we hit you, you ain't got no control of where this water is going to take you. I'm so blessed that I got hit a lot of times with the water, and no major big rocks hit me. I noticed my legs is all bruised up. It's from small rock or something, and I was still wearing my helmet that I was on the bike. That probably helped me there. Because, you know, like, if a rock hit my head, I would have probably not been here.
Mm.
But it was just complete chaos. And there was no kind of direction that I was going. It was just like the point with the water, where the water going to do with me. That there's no kind of way that you're going to pick where you're going to run to. Because there's no way you're going to get there. It's pretty much just letting yourself just calm and just let whatever Mother Nature's going to do what it's got to do, and just hope for the best. And I was really surprised to see that this family of 6 and the mother came out of just walking in the water towards me. And when I was standing there, it was kind of crazy because they were like untouched. And so I went over there and I got them. I didn't know if there was other tsunamis coming in the back of that. You know, all I wanted to do was just to get them out of harm's way, put them in a safer place, and go about just trying to see if I could help somebody else.
Malo pe ke mo ui.
Can you guys still hear me?
Oh.
Dr. Ray. I guess we're losing from Tonga, but go ahead, Brenda. Let me give it back to you while I try to see if I can get them back over here.
Yeah. O ko tui ko mea ko tape ku hoko ki hataha pe ko hanu toko
You guys
ni.
back, Dr. Ray?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's the I see how the Tongan community gets together after disaster, after anything. You know, with the Tulu Kakai offer.
Yeah. Money.
As a community, as an island, as a people, when stuff like this happens, we look out for each other and try to give each other the best that we have. You know, even though there's no disaster over here, we from the beginning we know how to share. If you walk by somebody that's eating, they always invite you. How kai? If somebody has something, they always share. And we do that within the disaster. So when this disaster comes, you know what they will do. They know they're out there to help one another with whatever need that any person has. And we are Ray taught me one thing is when we were scared, we do not believe our faith is not there if we are scared. And I'm a firm believer in that. I'm a firm believer that fear is not something that I should have about anything. If I'm a true believer and I have faith in God, that nothing in this world I should not be afraid of. And at that day, I did not feel fear. I don't think that I still had time to sit back, to get myself together, to see what was going on, to focus, and to see what it needed to be done if I could help other people or whatever. And from that, I believe that I kind of found something that's in me that's different. You know, that I'm not a selfish individual, that I think of myself first and not think of others. You know, I think this is like a test for all of us in Tonga.
Yes.
You know, to understand. And like I say, you know, God loves us. You know, He gives us a warning before He does this with this volcano. Other countries are not so lucky, but they don't have no warnings. And I think Tonga is a strong island. I think that we'll get through this. It's going to take some time, but I don't see nothing holding Tonga back. This is just a setback just a little setback, I think.
Yes.
We got too much resources here in Tonga for us to starve. We have no water. We got coconuts. We got plenty of resources.
Oni au pito. Lahi e niu. Pea toi kai pe mo niu hufanga whakatapu. Ia.
We got a lot of everything here. You know, it's just a little setback we went through, and we're finding a way back to being normal. One thing that Rachel told me, the one thing that we have is with God. And with God, we can go through anything.
Yes.
You know?
Amen to that.
With God first, yeah, He will provide and He will protect.
Kaya.
I am so happy for you, young man.
Brenda is so proud of you. Let's.
Because I feel like I was in the washing machine. Someone put me in the washing machine, Tsunami hate me. But I told him, you know, see God's hand. First of all, with all this time, you still have your helmet in your head. Don't know how. You know, there is no, when he leaves his helmet, there is no even to tie it under his chin. But the helmet still protected his head. But the rest looked like bruises, but the helmet was still there in his head. That's a God hand. And I told him, you know, when you decide to take another direction, that's for a reason.
Yes.
Sometimes you take something, and that I told him, you know, God sent you for this woman and the kids.
Yes.
God is
If
good.
you don't want to do it for yourself or not. But this, I tell you, this is what I like in Tongan. You know, doesn't matter you fight about politics or you fight about anything, but as Koliti said, when you have a disaster, the whole community comes one hand. Everyone forgets how the reason of fight. Hey,
All the barriers are demolished too, eh? Let's hear from Valu and Sissy too, you know. You guys have all the time.
okay, well,
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead, Valu.
Hi guys, go see Kamalo he ki whanga mari kon ke tuku mai ke ki rea tu mo vai vai atu he haua koe ni mau be mo ile le ya tu me dong ani mo fa dai be ke mau ha mo ui mai he a hon i ho ko ne pa mo a fi to ngani he wi ko si ai ko ilo pe ko e ka pe o pa mo ma to lu ko ke lai ha mate ne ko si mate na ko ha me ka te na to ko to lu ka mate he ni he pa ko te ko ma fu ko fa fe ta i pe i ka ke lai ha mate to ngan pe fa fe ta i pe ne mo ne lai u we si a le a ka ku ma ke how my day fantasmático na ho ko 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 ni na ko ana i apia mo fa na mo ho mo kuriti na mai apo na fa ko ai ko to na ko si pa ko fa ko ma api pe mo ta fo pe ko o vale pe ko fa no ko ki pe hu ki loki o mo ya o ku e na ku pa kamata ko ne pa ai ko pa la ki na ka ke pe ke fu le o la fi fi ka na o ngai ho ri si hange alulu ko hindi apa ko pu me ko kitua o to ho ko me ko pa ko mo nga fi he ta ko me pin na mau hu kitua he nai ale of kinela hi ka ta mau pu me le fa fa kitua ke fa si ha me ale ke mau ma ba he nga ko api ko no mau ya o ko fi mo ya kitai ma ha minite ta pe he mau minite mo fu le me mau api kitai ki pe ha ta hi mau no fo ki fa loto o fia to ki feito no fai high commissioner no sila I fa loto residency o high commissioner no sila I fa loto o kuma o lunga ia pa ku o wa ki hio le o lunga tu a no fa de no fo anga ma lunga pito te ma te mai ko na fe ko pa ko mo fi ko fa va vele va ko tanga ki ho ta ke o fi ne ke ha fe ta tu ko o fi ne ne o ku ki lele ma o mama o me ne le ana mai to fo ana aluia ko yo no ka ngafi fine lele mai pe ko ne fanon ko ke pa ngafi pe afi ko halu ma to he to mo ape ma frasio ha me lele o lele mai fi mo to he ka ngafi ko ai ke lele
we're losing you valu como fanang mai ke ko halai valu tonga moa ia pe mo kuliti tonga moa na e atu ko ni ai ulaki whakaho ko mai e nau share mai e nau ngahi talanoa ko ni e nau survive ko ni o e mo ngā whitonga pe pe ke Dr. Ray pe pe ke Sissy. Go ahead. We were losing you. Halai valu? Go ahead.
ko mau ha ko ki he to ki he te hala o fasio ha me le ke mau aluai mo le ha ke fini mo to he ka nga pi he me ale o he ka le va vi ai mo fa nau ka ke ta ha space ke he ka mai akuriti ai na foto me le ia pa ko ma vale ai ni ka ke ha space ke he ka akuriti ma vale le va ni ke mau fetaula ki mai ana de he ko ha en sisi mo regi matai ka to ha kurit pa toksio e ma te o ka fitu te fe ko e male mai ko ta mai kuritia mambo mu mai mawa ko ni he ka pa ya he skuta ele tangi ele muy yang muy ta ko ka male le fok ma to le ma hu hala lo to ma to le going inland ma to e ko ni male le hala tai
inland
le ma to inland ka le kuritia ai ko le ka ke wilo bu le kuritia le hala tai ma ko ai ko ne uhinga pa ai ko ne ki fiele ma ke fie ilo ka ko uhinga ta no ko ni ma ko pa me ape ko fenga me pe pa tu ta ma ki api ko ke te toka hange ko ne ka fa toka ha tsunami o ku fe ma ke te ma ba he ki ta o te ta wai pe ku te ilo atu ke pa tsunami ki time ko ya pe ku tu ai mai ka ku ta fo ke o ai o fi ke fe tu pe ala kai ka ko ha ma ko ki le pe a ku mahalo e me o vale le la tu ko pas o hai ko mu ko sia tu ko ha o kai te mahalo ko me pene ho ko o si ala ko to kon ki fine mo tu ko ke si o ha ke ki fa na ki o lunga ke hi ke na ha mo u ya na to le a foi to fa ko na ta ki a to ku ri te ndia ka ko fe ko maulele ma to ko hala o ma tu ko na wa tu ko ke o te ke ma wa ki small o ta no ki small industries ya le va he
ko ya
o ska ma ta tu ki u fo ki ai nga he ko ki u fo ke ka kai una o ku ka fo ke Arere foke halatahi. Pero hau ko to ma ufanga ia mo Facebook ko TWN ke oki mataki e he. Ta ko puta no ani ko lele ko hala e ulei ni tolu ia. He. Ka hange ko ku fat no ka be ba ka kai to te na accident na to ke fia. E ko to atu ko ma ki ko talo e ma ulele ke ya ko ale mana ni ho e ma fu ki ko he be para no ne ma ki me hala ne ma wa we ki he la na ma to ko po pito. He fu to ko lai ka kai ko na fe ka ala he mo na ngai u api e me apa ma ki ko ya da ko ta to ka kuriti o ko ha ka kuriti ne always ko ta ko ke sio was o ta to ki e ka mai kuriti ke o te to ka nga ki ko fe to ko ya i ke walo ma nga safe o ya ko safe pe ya o si e ai o lunga hai ko so i fo me o lunga ko vai no ko su mai ai ki lo to fo ka ku ha le vai te ha ki tai hanga ki pe pe ko ha we vai o ha la hi pe au hangen ku worry pe he na o pe au we ke mau ki ko mau ke tu pe ma ko ta ki ata hala ke mau
mo ne
ka fe tai te ko na ya te le atu pe mo na ya pe ni ki ya te au mo lo to tai ri he ko na fo ko si ko se sa ki o lunga he ni e kuriti olunga he hiu anga ku sio na tange hanga he pule anga ya ai ha to u hala o me ko nga ko sion ki exit akakai o se fanga ka te wingar I'm talking about the future ko e to hoko ha tsunami da pia tu ka pai ha we avai ko ni to la la ye me pia ko ni mo fra tu ta maki ma ha we pia ya ma ko tu pe ka tu ko ki ko he hala o te ke ta ka to ke tu ko e fo Kiu na nia ho wa mahal mo ko nga he ya ko ke fitu ma au na tu ka kile ma ta kile wa ko ke lo fe ya al ki ma em ti te wa no pe pi ko kiu na fu lo pe to ma kiu fe ko le fa ba ba ka kai mo ilifia ko ma tu ko ya mo nga na hi fo ko ai uha fanki maka uri ange ko o au era que uma mata hamia o tala na tu pu man tu fo ko ke hatonga ni hamia ko nga fi ko te ke sio ka kai ko ni pe ba fi experience hamia fa ni ai pa ko ya mo nga fi hamia tu ko te sio ta kita ko te fa ba te sio ko ke end of time se u me ko ko fa ni hamia ko ni ne le ko ka kai ko mo mia ko si su ke mo ui le ko ya ke ilo ya
oh yeah
pero hala like haka man ko wa he e se ko ke ri fia le da kai mo to te na u existen ni ha fa fe ko hala ko ni u mo to ki ko mo to ta to ko ke wa ta me wa ke ma u fe nga fa ba fe tu ma o ga ko ta ye no ha u in len he ha ne to ha u mo lo to ti ye mo me a pe oh ya me ka ko ba ye ha pe pe a ma ki ta te ke ki wa ta hala he aku afio ipe ia akakai tonga pio mai pe ta fe uma
Kaya
mai pe fe uma pe afio e ia neo ai difia mo ne o que ipe o que te ai ha ai tu i mo me ki o tu na pe au afio pe tonga me fu o que no la con e rap hele de ko osi eu mata pe eu mo ki fa na o ki ata eu na mo ki vila o o ki ai pe na o ai o malolo ai ko ya na ia pe ai fa de mo ni na ia o ai ko fin mo to ko na ma o na e pe fa de ai ko ape anga ne ho apa na ai mo che do le kai na mo na ai mate uila e po ko ya mo ui pe o ma ne ma mo he anga ho ai ko spoke api malo ko hiba lu ha ke pe lu ki a Kako wili hanga ko siya daw kala mahele job taga peke cancer may fa mga tsunami ya Kao pe ma ko safe ya ke mo pe ahen mo fa na ka to ke wa to apong ka ore mo imagino ko cancer mahele job
Kau ya
ko ko na ka mo le am lo ai o ma to apong bangi apong sabat e me ta te ke siya he fulla himoni na al hifo ko to siya ko toa funga fonua ka toa tonga ni hefu e fly mo a wenu ku mate a u mo mo me a au pa aka u mo a he e te sio kon ko fa o mai ko ai ta mo ni aki he ni fa mo ha me o no ha ve ki ko pa ko ne ku mo o ke to ke ai la nui aka u pe mate o mo pe mate i e fu la ko a vi ko me a fa ve ta i pe kon o ku i kai ke mo le ha mo ui family mau ha mo pe
Ia malu ma o fatu.
Palu o mai ha popoa ki o tau ke te ki nusila e ko ha mai pe mai family nusila ke nau whana o mai.
Iyo ko ata ha popoa ki ofa pe kia kia mo tolu kai pe fa ko sista ko nusila ko malo eni mo mo mau ki lava no ko ne kia to geneti si ko no mau ha mo ui mai te e tsunami mo volcano ko ne o fa fe tai ke ki ko ne o fa pe mo ne ke re ti mau a mo ui mai ai o ke a ni pa ko kilo o ku ne o fa ila pe atona e o tua he kai ka ha fu fa ta ma ke ko mau sai pe mau o fa la ya tu ya mo tolo no ko toa
Malo. Malo. Sisi, te kale mai?
Cici is still inside.
Okay.
I want to say something.
Yeah, go ahead, Dr. Ray. Back to you.
I'm talking to Cici's family and to my family too as well. And this is idea come to me. You know, people, they can't drink from the water tank because it's all ashes here. So I ask them to send us the water tank vacuum. You know, because we need to vacuum the water tank to clean. And I asked them to have the water filter. Because here I looked for the carbon or crystal. You know, there is two types to alkaline the water. When you have acidic water, you can use the carbon filter or the crystal filter. So I asked them if they found together, like, you know, when you have 2 or 3 set on the water filter, 1 carbon, 1 crystal, this will be great. And after that, I will send the water to be tested. Because this disaster here, you know, the water now, it's like a diamond. It's not about sending, yes, we need people to send us water from overseas as it, but at the end of the day, we need to take an action.
Right.
You know? So I said, get the vacuum. You know, there is a special water tank vacuum to, like when you maintenance your water tank, you put the vacuum inside like each 6 months to vacuum the water tank, which is good. So we start to do the vacuum, and then from the water tank, we use the water filter, the carbon and crystal, and then we boil the water. And after that, I will send it to be tested because I have the water drips here with me just for the pH level of the water. But the other stuff, I'm not sure. But I think after I will start with my server, I will send it to here to be tested if this I be to drink or not. But at least we'll try something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes, Dr. Ray.
Here we are. I'm waiting for the vacuum one. I went around here with the water tank, but it's already finished last year.
Can you, Dr. Ray, can you send that information to me on the WhatsApp so I can share with Brenda? Because of the upcoming meeting, can you send that information to me on the WhatsApp so I can share that? Because that is so true. It's important that you guys treated the water in the island, and that's the way to do it, you know? So.
Because those water, they may not be drinking, but it will be good for washing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For other stuff.
Go ahead, Dr. Ray.
No. I tell you, wait. All the water tanks being affected here.
Right.
We need to vacuum.
Okay.
To vacuum the water inside.
Okay.
So we need a specific machine to do the vacuum. After that, you have for my idea when I study science, you have carbon. Like, you know, when you have haki vela, like
Right.
or haki.
Mm-hmm.
The carbon tablet or
Covered.
actually or baking soda
Mm.
that will reduce. So the end
Right.
if you have the filter, the carbon filter or crystal filter, that will take the acid from the water, and then you can boil water. But at the end of the, I will do that. Then I will send the water to be tested.
Right.
If it's side B, at least I will do action for it. If we success, that will help a lot of people here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Because
that's
disaster
good.
it will not end up like in 1 month, 2 months. It's a disaster. At the end of the day, all the water tank needs to be vacuumed from inside. So the most important thing to get the water tank vacuum, to vacuum the water tank inside.
Okay. Okay. Dr. Ray, I do have somebody online saying maybe drinking the coconut water is the safest thing. Yeah. We have somebody coming online and giving us a message. I just want to relate it to you. But anyway, we'll put that together because our time is up over here, Dr. Ray. Unless if you have something else to share with us, we'll give you like 3 more minutes.
Cici, do you want to say something to me and Bruce? She sent her love to all of you.
Okay.
I just want to say thank you to everyone.
Okay.
And again, we blessed to be in Tonga. And I like what the king said. We have limited resources here, but we have God. And
Yeah, we have God. Yes, you
we
got it.
look for the empty bottle. We look for the cup of water we have.
Yes.
And with blessing of the God water, the cup of water will be 1,000 and millions of cups.
Malo.
That's the main thing.
Malo, apita Dr. Ray and Kuliti and Halaivalu and Sissy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for you guys' time. We're doing 1 hour only. We're gonna be get off here soon. Our time is up, but we always love to have you guys come on the program and share with us all your survivor story. We wanted to hear that, eh?
And after the live, you're gonna call me so I
Yes.
more about
Yes.
the vacuum.
Yes, we will call you. Malo apito ofatu to you all, eh? Ofatu.
Ofat Kuliti and Dr. Ray and Cici and Valu. Valu, thank you for the information.
Thank you, guys.
Malo, Ofatu.
Thank you for keeping thoughts and prayers, and may God bless all you guys. And we're over here to rebuild, and we're going to start rebuilding every day that we're here in Tonga. It's getting better. It ain't getting better.
Malo ofatu Kuliti mo. Next time ofatu Malo. Take care. Bye bye.
Okay.
Wow, that is so exciting, Brenda, to hear from all the survivors. So I'll give it back to you, Brenda, and we have some messages online where you can read them while I'm gonna bring in our last song, Brenda.
Iyo, Papa Papito. Ko Monica Sink May Fisi from
Bye,
Fiji.
Fiji.
Hi, Monica. Hit me from Fiji. Yes. The end of the day's prophet from Tonga. Hello, everyone. Hello to you, day's prophet. Malo e lava mai. He's saying maybe drinking the coconut or water is the safest thing, of course. Thanks for the help. Okay, thank you so much, he said. Malo Alpito. And before you finish this, I want to send Taki Popaki Ofaka Olive Uhi.
Go ahead, Brenda.
Iyo. Olive malo mai ofa e kio si tauhi mai koe o ke mo ui mai. Neongo ko ke hiva valu hiva fitu pe ko feta o ke iai ka mau ofa atu me Seattle, Washington. Ofa atu a te nioro mo manu. Pea kaiai ha whainga maali e te nato ki telefonia te ata e laini. O whaat kia koe, malo.
Koia. Another message, Brenda, before I bring our last song.
The end of the day's prophet again, he says, yes, no volcano ash in coconut.
That is so true. Pea koe programa e whiwhinina tau whanonga me Tonga me Dr. Ray pe he whoki ki halai walu Tonga Moa ka maa whakona hoa Kuliti Tonga Moa pea pe he whoki mai ofa mai me Sisi Waipolo Abraham o ku mau ofa ka mo dolo pea malo me whawhita e ke eiki e ne mai whenga maari ke tau toi whepotala no ake ne o ngai fuku volcano koni ene pona I Tonga ko inga Brentana ta o mai ene nai tuk whanua ko whamana tu mai pe ki o tau kakai ko Tonga na e tuku ki langi pe o ku kei malu I pehe o to aia a Tonga
Yes.
Koe whatapanga o kua mai, ko sisu tene toi whoki mai, pa koe taimia ni ke tau ma te wai, ngai mea kon ko tau hoko I Tonga. It's about time for us to get right with God, because ange ko lau ahiwa, ko ofi, ko meha o sisu, Back to you, Brenda. And koe konga koe osia at the programa ke poni. Pea whamaloa ka mo tol ko tope na mo kaumai ke programa I whewhini. Pea ko lea te ke mo hanga share te ta programa. Pea mo alhifa ki he mau senolo I he YouTube. O subscribe mai ki ai. Pea whamaloa tu ki a Dr. Ray. Pea ki ana hoa sisi. Abraham, pea whaki ki a Kuliti. Pea mo halai walu ana hoa. Tonga moa me Tonga. Ho mo whanga malia ke mo mai e ngahi update. Mo share mai ho mo talanoa survivor ko I Tonga o ku mau inga pita ke mau programa. And back to you, Brenda, before we get off the air. Malo, Brenda.
Malo au pito ho mo mea mai. Whaafu ofa au pito ngahi o ngongo o mai pe ku whakamalohi ai pe mo whakaiwia ki tātoro ki he tokoni ki he Tonga. Tokoni I ho tau kakai pea tatau pe mo Tonga. Nau amanaki I lelei mai ki he mea ko tau pe e whahi e toko taha ke tokoni. Ko iai o ko ofa ke te ngoto ko tau pe ho mo mea mai mo mea.
Malo, mo mea.